Hello, Double Trader here, and this will be a recap for the New York Open pre-market. Going right to the brass tacks, the context that I was working with for today's session was likely retracement into the 4-hour bullish fair value gap upper quadrant, but it could go as far as the 50% of the inefficiency, but then I would expect the all daily high buy side liquidity to be a likely draw on liquidity on the upside. The whole spectrum, all PD arrays, the whole game plan was outlined in the first 10 to 15 minutes of the stream. So if you would like to hear me outline those things, that's where it is, and I can't change it. So let's jump to the actual session. So today I was dealing within a pretty tight range the whole session. I had expectations in place, but unless price was basically held in a consolidation waiting for the 9:30. So pre-market was pretty difficult in a sense of how price was being held and not really allowed for any expansion outside of this range. Nonetheless, I was using the micro market structure here with the 1 minute and 15-second chart, basically looking for smooth areas to be made jagged, and I was in this case I was trying to get along to aim for relative equal highs on the 1 minute, but as well 15-second chart. 2 attempts that failed. Third attempt delivered the price to the target, even though it falls short initially, like 2 ticks off of the target, and then pulled back deeply. It still didn't stop me out, and it actually worked out. So that was reasonable. Then I was looking for a short idea that I outlined ahead of time, and that was like a banger, like literally, like you saw it. Probably if you didn't pay attention, you missed it. But yeah, that's how quick it was. Even in the real time, it was very quick. And then I was building an idea that they are likely to run the sell side liquidity, especially the trend line type of liquidity that was resting below the middle low. And at 8:30 we had news. I was looking for a failed bull flag to run into that low quickly, but price stopped me out with a manipulation here. I re-entered, but then again I was stopped out on break even. They came back very deeply to run the relative equal highs, and then I entered third time, and this time it actually started running in my favor, but at some point price started to stall again and not move, and that was really annoying and problematic in my opinion to like continuously hold. So eventually I gave it like last chance to move. It did offer a little bit of that movement, but still it didn't offer any meaningful continuation. Like here it displaced, but then I cut the bait because it moved back inside the range. So the summary for today, well, my expectations for today were on point. I was feeling very confident about them, but the session itself had very limited range expansion. In fact, the entire pre-market was basically a consolidation, so I mentioned that already. And despite that, I stayed engaged with price, sticking to core logic and using micro market structure to facilitate small silver bullet type of trades. That's basically what I was doing today. And yeah, that was a good basic training nonetheless. I'm especially happy that during my last trade on stream I was able to anticipate that conditions were becoming too problematic and choose to close the position in profit because shortly after it would stop me out. So overall, a very positive experience, and up to the next one. See ya.